beautiful morning. I'm getting out a little later than I wanted to, but it is better late than never. The water is incredibly low. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Hoping there's a decent sized pool that runs along right here. There might be some fish on it. I don't know, last time I was here it was deep enough I couldn't wade over here, but I could walk. Oh. Yeah. You know, I thought it was deeper than it is over here, but that's a muffler. Thanks whoever did that. Okay, it's actually shallower over here. This might work. I really need to get a wading stick. Yeah, this would definitely be a good section to kayak. I've never actually done this one. With all this depth right here. Right now I might be able to wade this, but I would much rather do it with someone. And definitely probably should get a wading stick. Well, the sun came out and that worked. He chomped this thing. Yeah, he inhaled that thing. Almost as soon as that sun came out. God, he just came back and hit it a second time. And a third. Here we go. Aggressive today. Oh yeah. Bigger than the ones I was catching yesterday, or 2 days ago. Hello, little guy. Oh, right on time. Oh, little guy. Ooh, it's a walleye. Look at that pretty walleye. I don't know if he's big enough to keep. Might be. I'm not going to, just because didn't bring a stringer for one. But yeah, pretty good. Okay. Not happy with me. Oh, he fuck smoked it. Oh, man. I hope he didn't feel the hooks. Oh. That might have been a small fish just because he didn't get it in his mouth, but it felt good. Oh, man. That fish must have felt the frickin' hook. I thought I had him. Well, I figured I'd see a lot more crayfish than I am. This rod is ridiculously sensitive. I used to have an Avid. If you've been watching my channel at all, I'm sure you've seen it quite a few times. It recently broke on me on a trip, and St. Croix, when I called them, said they had a warranty exchange program, which I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And then I ended up spending $100, of course, because why wouldn't you want to just get an upgraded rod? And I ended up with this thing. It's a Legend Elite Bass. And I gotta be honest, this is literally the best rod I've ever owned in my entire life. Like, it's insane. You know, I thought that Avid was sensitive, and this thing's just on a whole different level. I'm also obviously not sponsored by St. Croix, so look at that little bass just followed us all the way in. But yeah, no, I'm not sponsored by St. Croix or anything like that. I just really like the rods, and you know, obviously I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so normally this rod would be way out of my means, but just kind of worked out right. Actually kind of lucked into this reel as well. It's a Penn Clash 2, which is also a piece of equipment that is way out of my normal price range, but Penn is really great with warranty exchanges and stuff. And I had ordered some Clashes that had some issues, and I couldn't get them figured out, and I ended up sending them back, and they told me that it's like they'd used the wrong body, or you know, something to the effect of basically it's wasn't winding right, so they were going to give me a warranty exchange, but they didn't actually make that reel anymore, so they were nice enough to go up to the next one, which I went from a Conflict, which I think is like $130, $140 reel at the time that I bought it, to Clash, which is a $200 reel, which I'm sure is also helping with this. I'm thinking about trying this rod out with just a Penn Battle, which is my usual reel of choice, and giving that a go and see how that feels. But this combo right here, I mean, for the amount of fishing I've done with it so far, it's been crazy good. You can just feel everything, like right there. I mean you would feel those hits sometimes, but like I can feel like 2-3 inch fish hit this at the end, at the bare end, at the back end of a cast. And I'm using fluorocarbon. I'm not even using braid on this thing yet. Just threw fluoro on because we're towards the end of the year here, and I'm usually primarily fishing rivers for steelhead, so I think this rod's going to get a big workout for some steel this year. But just crazy the tech you can get now, and I got really lucky. I mean, like I said, I normally no way I could afford this, but sometimes breaking things does net to some positive results.
Well, all right. I missed all the good stuff. What were we talking about? So you never wanted to take a karate?
Oh yeah. He came out and smoked that. Little guy. And there must be a couple back there because he followed that out and fucking smoked it. Yeah, there goes another one right there. Well, I'm starting to head back towards the bridge. I'm picking up little guys. I got that one decent fish, but all the deeper waters towards the bridge, and hoping maybe I can hook into a couple of walleye at that one spot. Because usually where there's one, there's others, and that was pretty close to a keeper. If I got one that was about 18 inches, that would be a perfect lunch. But as of right now, just tons and tons of little bass. Starting to use these Ned heads I ordered from a guy, and they didn't really work out for the Neds. I really don't like throwing those things on anything bigger than a 20th ounce sink jig, but they work really good for small swim baits. I'm not sure, I can't remember how big this one is, but it's, I want to say like a 16th, as small as I could get. And you can get this thing over a lot of grass, a lot of stuff. It casts decent. The fall rate's pretty good. And just fish after fish. Nothing big yet. I said that one earlier that was about 14, maybe 13. It wasn't huge. There we go. That little guy. Little guy. Well, you can see how frickin' sensitive this rod is. Just picking these fish off. I think one of the big takeaways I got from this rod is just how much I appreciate this extended butt right here. If you guys can see that, it's pretty big. I mean, I can fit my whole hand there basically. On my Avid, I think I could probably get like two comfortably over top of that. But just that extra grip, I mean, it just really adds to the sensitivity of the rod, I feel. it's a lot more comfortable to use. That's the big thing for me, because I have problems with my hands starting to go numb, which is a lot of the time kind of sucks for finesse fishing, because I have to switch over to like a bait caster, and usually you're throwing big stuff with that. At least I am. I suck with bait casters, so there's got to be a fish over here. A lot of tires in this section of the river. Oh, that was a good fish. Oh, man. That thing shot right out, right at me. God, it was fucking cool.